Hello, welcome to OMAT. Glad you're here. We're going to get started in just a second with some exercises, but first, I want to tell you real quick. I went from not reading at all to reading at least a dozen books, and I want to share how I did that with you because I was completely disinterested in reading books until a few years ago where I decided I want to be a reader. So I put together this system. I wake up, I usually make coffee, and I decided that in that system, I will sit and read. I did not put a quota. I did not put any stipulations on it other than I will read. If I read one sentence, that counts. If I read one word, if I turn on the Kindle, most likely it will happen. And that's how I started reading at least a dozen books a year. Now I'm a reader. I love reading. I associate myself with reading. But when I start something new, there's already a discomfort of trying that personality on. I'm not a reader. So as soon as I start reading, it feels like I'm starting to adjust. So because of that, I don't add guilt. I don't add quotas. I just go, that counts. I put it in my system. It's flowing. It'll take a while before it truly sticks. And now it's stuck, and I can confidently call myself a reader. So here we're about to do some exercises. Some of them will be uncomfortable. Maybe you're not a person who normally meditates. Maybe stretching is something that feels a little uncomfortable. Let's take on that personality, even if it's just for a moment and not for the first full minute. Let's get into our OMAT practice. For now, let's get present. In order to come into this room, you left what you were doing before, and you're not concerned about what you're doing afterwards. We're getting present. And if we need to, we can get a little physical to get present, remembering that this is what we're doing. So whatever you need, this is behind the scenes. So whatever makes you feel like, I'm in my body now, this is what I'm doing. And we get into our practice. Let's start with our first exercise of gratitude. We're going to practice gratitude, practice being a person who looks for gratitude, not necessarily finds a certain amount. You can repeat one piece of gratitude. We're in that gratitude brain. Let's practice looking for one or more things to be grateful for right now. Let's wrap the thought for now. Finding our water. And we absolutely get to have water, even if the entire minute we're going, I'm grateful for, I don't know, it's all right. As soon as we say, I'm grateful for, that muscle started working. So even if we didn't find all of the things that we could potentially be grateful for, we still get to move on. Let's have 1 minute where we interrupt those thoughts in our brain and say, hey, I'm thinking about following my breath. And then I might lose that thought and start having those thoughts rush in. I pause again and I come back. Let's do that. Focusing on following the breath, focusing on interrupting the regular thoughts, sitting in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, breathe. As we come back, let's find our water. I also find it interesting that I have to think about what I think about, and it's a practice. Let's keep going into our writing. If you had all those thoughts and you tried to block them, you tried to switch into a different thought and they kept coming in, maybe that's the thought to write down right now. Let's look for one or more words. It does not matter what words, angry, happy, let's write them down, one or more right now. Let's wrap the sentence or thought. Finding the water. Maybe we really couldn't find some words. Maybe we wrote one word down. Maybe we wrote, this is dumb. Fantastic. Let's keep going. Let's go into our yoga practice. I'm going to walk us through a sun salutation, but you can just repeat the first two poses, which is stretch up, reach for the sky, and touch the toes. Even if you just repeat that, it's a difference between sitting, crouching, hunching. Let's stretch, elongate. Starting, if you can, stand up and inhale the arms out and up. Looking up, reaching up, and when you're ready, fold forward, hanging over your feet. You could have your knees bent here if you'd like. And when you're ready, halfway lift with a flat back, looking up, straightening out the legs. Let's get into our high plank. Plant your palms down, step your feet back. You're in a high plank. Lower to the ground slowly. Once your whole body is on the ground, push your palms, look up, chest is up and out. And we're going to meet in down dog. Hips up into an upside down V with our body. We're looking towards our thighs here. And walk your feet forward towards your hands and start rolling up, standing up, looking up as we meet our palms above our head. And then exhale them down to the center of the chest. And we're not in a rush. You could be behind a pose or two. That's completely fine. You could be ahead. Either way, you get water. And we're going to take this warmth that we just created in our body and put it into our plank. Now, let's not focus about how long we're doing a plank. We're going to get in the ready position to only get up in the plank. That's our only focus right now. Once we're up in the plank, we can have other thoughts. For now, get ready. We're going in. 3, 2, 1, up in plank. For the first second, that's all we're considering for right now. Now that we're up in plank, let's congratulate ourselves because we've been up for 10 seconds. Excellent. Let's keep on going, making sure that we're breathing, holding steady, following the breath here, and we're in for 20 seconds. Let's keep going if we can. Do not come down off your plank if you don't need to. If you're not hurting yourself, let's keep that focus, keep that strength because we have made it halfway through. We're now more than half. Let's keep going in here, maybe taking the pain off our face if we don't need it, or completely making faces, grunting all the way, whatever you need to stay here for the next 20 seconds. We're almost at the countdown. How much do you have left? If you came down off your plank, that's fine. Take a deep breath and come back up for the final 10 seconds here. This is it. Hold it if you can. Find the strength, mind and body working together for 3, 2, 1. And you're done. Come down off your plank. Catch your breath. Maybe stretch your way back. Find your water. And find all of that credit. Inhale your arms up, getting that air right into your body, and reach back, patting yourself on the back, because who does a plank? You do. Let's keep going into breaking some procrastination. Now, all these exercises are 1 minute long. How much procrastination can we break? That's the thing. We're looking for the smallest task. And when we take that action, that's us practicing taking action. So whatever it is, a vitamin, throw something out, get something ready, but let's take action right now. Let's wrap the task for now. 2 very important words for now. Finding our water. And maybe you've discovered, hey, I couldn't figure out what to do until the final 10 seconds here. Fantastic. Now you know. You broke it a little bit. You got a little bit into it. And that is the action. That is letting our brain know where we want to go. Let's get into our next exercise, no matter what that exercise went like. And we're going to connect because we absolutely need people. So we're going to send a message saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. And if for this entire minute, you're trying to figure out who to send a message to, that's still the exercise. We are experimenting, looking for connection right now. Let's wrap for now. And whether you were able to hit send on that message or not, you still get water. And let's shake off that vulnerability by doing any kind of aerobic exercise, even if it's slow moving or something that gets our heart rate going. We're going to start right away. So get up if you can get up. We're going to do jumping jacks, walking around, dancing around. Move your body in 3, 2, 1. Start going. Let's start. That is one of the most difficult things to do, is getting going. So if you got going, there you are. You're already in for 10 seconds. If you haven't started, now is a good time to start. You know when else is a good time to start? Now, and now, and now. Get moving. It's been 20 seconds. Now, of course, as we move, the movement gets a little bit more challenging. Let's meet that challenge. What does that look like today for 30 more seconds? How can you generate the energy? Practice finding the energy, mind and body working together for 20 more seconds. Let's see, for today, for now, what do we have to put into this exercise? Let's put it all in there for 10 more seconds. We're at the countdown, so don't stop now if you don't have to. 5 seconds left. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and you're done. All right. Great job. Let's have some water. And thank you for taking OMAT today.